So it's Sunday morning. It's day 3. We're on our way to church. Yeah. I am on our church's worship team, so I gotta be there a little earlier than we normally would. It's about 9:15, 9:10, 9:15, something like that. Yeah. Maybe I'll get some video at church. Oh, I forgot. I need to turn it this way, not that way. There's my husband. I won't ask him to look at the camera because he's driving and that wouldn't be safe. Do you like his hat? I love his hat. My mom made that for him. So cute. All right.
We will harvest a good crop if we don't give up. We're clear.
Please remember to take your receipt. Thank you for shopping at BJ's. Please remove all scanned items.
Please yell, not a squirrel, when opening book drop, so we know you are trying to steal Keith's lunch. Squirrel, points gun. Me, what do you want me to do? Squirrel, gestures outside. Alright, I get it. Opens book drop. Squirrel makes hurry up motion. Not a squirrel! Disappears into the book drop. Me whispers, forgive me, Keith.
This is Shara, and you're watching Fairy Dreams of Fiber. So, welcome to my living room. This is where I primarily do my various crafts in the evenings. I have an office with a desk, but I work my day job there, so I usually let it escape. My plan this evening was to get started on a Christmas present that I did not get started yet. But then I realized that I have some time. This is that week between Christmas and New Year. My company gives us the week off, and I really wanted to do some relaxing. I feel like I pushed and pushed and pushed to get through December, both with work and with prepping for the holiday. We have the holiday at our house, so everybody comes over, which I absolutely love. I love hosting. I love having everybody. But when you have no extra time during the week to get things tidied, that gets really exhausting. So I am taking it easy this week. The house is relatively tidy from like Christmas prep. So I've been like doing the maintenance stuff, but just enjoying that their Christmas tree's still up, and trying to do the little things. I have a big project that I want to start on this week. I'm super excited about it. It's the Hearthside Cardigan by Wool and Pine. But I would have to haul all this stuff out if I was going to show you that tonight. And I'd rather do that during the day, one of these weeks when we get a little brighter. Today was dreary. I'm going to insert some video of driving around. We went to our local BJ's club today My dad wanted to get gas, and my mom and I wanted to check out their clearance. And so I inserted some video. If you hear someone walking around in my background, it's my husband. He's hanging out to help me with my lighting and stuff. Actually, can you get the gift behind you? So I wanted to show you guys, I said yesterday that I was going to share with you what my friend made for me. So my husband is bringing her on stage. This is my little friend, Vita. She's a reindeer. Her arms are a little articulated. She's got a cape with stars, and the cloak comes right off. My friend Alex wrote for me the Reindeer Princess. It's definitely a final copy, but I think she wants to make some more edits, so it's not currently published or accessible to all of you. I will find out if at some point she will let me read it. It's lovely, but I was very touched. It's a fairy tale. It has a little bit of the Snow Queen and a lot of influence from a lot of our favorite fantasy authors. But I just thought my little Vita reindeer was such a cute way to tell the story. And maybe someday she'll do illustrations for me. She is an illustrator by trade, so. So that's my reindeer gift that I wanted to share with you from yesterday. And then today, my task that I assigned myself, because I like to do things like that, is that one of the things that we use on our knitting machine, I have a sock knitting machine right next to me. I can't easily move the camera, but I did show it on the first day's video. And sock machines and all knitting machines really like weight. With the exception maybe of the plastic round knitting machines, they do like weight, but it's not strictly necessary to use weight to run them. But the sock knitting machine absolutely needs weight. So when I first bought it, the gentleman who sold it to me used to refurbish sock machines here in the Rochester, New York area. And he was fairly well known in the sock knitting machine community. But he sold me this. I don't think you can get them anymore. This pin comes out, and each of these is part of the weight. So this hangs on the knitting, and then you can stack these into each other, and that weighs the whole thing. It's pretty tremendous. It's very heavy. I have never dropped it on my foot, but I have been terrified. I have absolutely dropped it, and been very terrified of dropping it on something. So I like to have some other options available to me. And when we do heels and toes on the sock machine, we do short rows. And if you're a hand knitter, when you make short rows, you're basically, well, I wish I had an example. Oh, wait, I have a sock right here. Forgive me, my sock has a bit of holes in it. I need to repair them. But when you're making the heels and toes, often what you're doing is knitting, you're knitting around and around, and then you stop the knitting around and you knit like only half, and then you're reducing and reducing and reducing. And so you're making kind of a triangle shape that goes zig, zig, zag, 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 and then you pick up those stitches and you go back down the other side. But to that end, you have to have weights that go specifically on that heel part. And I do hope I'll get this set up so that I can show you that in the future. But one of the gifts that I was given this Christmas are these lovely heel forks. And this says, "For my Shara." I have learned that even though it looks backwards to me in the camera, it will show up correctly for you. So my husband bought these for me, and you hang your weights on them. So all that to say that my task today is to cover my lead weights. These are fishing weights that I bought probably from Walmart. You can see I tried to coat them in some spray paint, and that didn't work very well. And someone online had the brilliant idea of covering them with yarn, which I don't know. I just think I might have an awful lot of that laying around. So I'm taking some of my scrap yarn that I use when we do machine knitting. We end up with waste yarn, sections of yarn that like you can't use because there's holes in it. The tension's not always right. It gets kind of messy. But what it does do is give you a sense of if you've got all the stitches are right. You can see here, this one has a couple of runs in it. And what that told me when I was making it was, oh, I'm not ready to put the sock yarn on this yet. I still need to like fix the latch hooks. The latch hooks are the things that act like knitting needles in this case. So, oh, I picked up the wrong thing. Let's see here. This is a latch hook for a sock knitting machine. For my sock knitting machine. I have an auto knitter from 1923-24. And what happens is the latch hooks will ride up along and they'll come up over the top of the knitting machine, and then the yarn will catch around them and this will go back down. I will show you again in person at some point when I figure out how to get the camera set up right. It's very cool to watch. It's a lot of fun to do. But sometimes the latches are busted, they get bent a little bit, or there might be something wrong with the needle butt. So that's one of the reasons that you have waste yarn, because you're testing to make sure that everything works right before you put your more expensive, more precious yarn. I have my mom, she loves to thrift store shop. And she has brought me cones and cones of gorgeous yarn that someone donated to the Goodwill. And they put the cones out for like $3 or $4. So she picks them up for me. This case, it's super fine. So it works pretty well for like casting on and checking that things are right. But I wouldn't knit a sock out of it unless I had a very, very big cylinder in my sock machine. I'll go into all that later because I could talk forever about my sock machine. Can you tell? But I love it. So anyway, my whole task today has been making little covers to go on the lead weights so that when I do start my friend's project, I'm not touching the lead weight because, lead's not really good for your body. And it can definitely go through your skin. So I figured better be safe than sorry. And yes, I could wrap them in plastic wrap, and that would probably be a really good idea to do as well. But covering them in yarn just seemed like more fun. And it's my break week, so I don't have to do anything if I don't feel like it, right? I mean, there's a reason these socks aren't darned yet. I don't have to do that if I don't want to right now. So that's what I've been up to today. We went to church this morning. I have a little tiny clip of being at church. I didn't really feel right trying to record during the service. And when we got home, my folks came over to visit and we had another potato day. So I made a bunch of baked potatoes. I made some ground beef crumble with caramelized onions. I used to love to cook. And I still enjoy it, but something about being on break and not needing to like cook in the same way that you do all the time has been really fun. And we made, because we thought we were gonna have baked potatoes for Christmas dinner, I made like 5 bags of caramelized onions and a whole lot of caramelized peppers and some mushrooms. I don't get mushrooms very often because my hubs doesn't really like them. So I just don't remember to cook them for myself. But knowing that the family is coming over and everybody would enjoy them too, I made a whole bunch. I mean, the caramelized onions were overkill, but they're so good. So we made baked potatoes again, and they were just as delicious as they were before. And I forget how filling a baked potato covered with delicious things is. Like, man, so good. My husband's over there laughing at me, I think. But that's okay. We'll forgive him. One of these days, he's going to join me, maybe. Or at least let me include him in the image. But he's trying to be quiet over there. Support me in this endeavor, because he's a good man. Let's see. What else? So let me tell you a little bit about my Hearthside cardigan. So I'm really excited. I will see if I can figure out how to insert like a picture. Maybe right here, or right here, because I can do that. I know I can. But it's a double-stranded brioche cardigan. So you use 2 strands for one side of the brioche and 2 strands for the other side of the brioche. So they recommend that you use up scraps, because why not? And I have tons and tons of sock weight yarn. When I started the project, I was looking at a couple of different weights of some very lightweight yarn I had bought at Rhinebeck in shades of blue. I didn't really love the colors. They were coming out kind of weird. And then I saw this gorgeous purple yarn I bought also in a Rhinebeck weekend, but not from Rhinebeck. I got it from a local yarn store in Tivoli, New York, that we just happened to visit that morning. The yarn is Hedgehog Fibers. It's got that really beautiful holographic label. And it's a shade of dark purple and a shade of light purple, which I think I bought that in 2021. And my husband and I started our business in 2023. And our logo colors are dark purple and light purple and white. So someone looked at my combination of colors and said to me, "So you're making a heart forge cardigan?" And I was like, "Yes, I guess I am." So I'm actually really excited about starting that. It's going to be squishy and lovely and just be such a cozy piece of knitting. And I fell in love with knitting brioche. I think I learned that in 2021 too. And I definitely have to find the right projects for it, but it is just such a satisfying thing to knit once you wrap your brain around how it works. Ripping it back's a huge pain in the butt, I will say. I made a couple of hats a couple of years later, and boy, they were painful. But I seem to really be a glutton for punishment, because I'm going to make this cardigan. So hopefully I can pull all that out, and maybe I'll take some video of me prepping it, and you guys can see all that stuff, watch me cast on. But yeah, that was kind of today. I'm sorry I didn't get more video in, but it was such a dreary day that there wasn't really enough light in the house to make it worth videoing anything that we were doing. And I was doing a lot of hopping around and, cooking things on the stove. I think I got a little video at BJ's. I bought a Christmas sweater for next year because it was on clearance, and I bought a bunch of dairy products so that I can play around with my Ninja Creamy some more, because the dairy products at the club stores tend to be a little bit more affordable. I didn't see any eggnog though, and I was really sad because I wanted eggnog. But I'll just have to mix some of that. So I guess I'm saying that there might be some more creamy content in the next couple of days, and definitely more knitting, because that's what this channel's about. I mean, fiber. This channel is about fiber. And let's be fair, I'm crocheting these because they would be crazy to knit. They're so much thicker and lusher and more protective in crochet. I love both. I just love everything fiber related. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, but that's that. So let's see. I think that's going to be it for now. And I'm going to try and get some video of me just hanging out, watching anime with my husband and doing some more crochet. These covers are really fun, and I'm holding strands together, and I love the way that marls up and does fun things. I'm particularly pleased with the colors on these because there's some sparkle in that gray. Kind of looks like a galaxy. And yes, is that silly? But I gotta tell you, these are the first two I covered, and every time I picked them up, and this one, those were the ones I originally covered, and every time I picked them up, I was like, oh, pretty. If you can't enjoy your tools, like, you should be able to enjoy your tools, right? That's what this is about. I'm enjoying these tools, but I'm also protecting my skin, and I'm important. So this is good. This is really good. All right, back to the crochet. Have a lovely, lovely evening, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. All right, I just came back to show you all my finished projects for the evening. They're all covered. And now my fingies are safe. So now that that's done, I feel like I can probably move on to more serious projects tomorrow.